If I had any tips and advice for future collectors, I would say A, be patient because you're not always going to get what you want, and it might take a very long time to finally track down that piece you're looking for. There are collectors and resellers everywhere, especially in my area. It takes a long time, but you got to know a lot of people. I'm friends with a lot of the resellers and the collectors around here, so we kind of look out for each other. So be patient. Set yourself a budget so you don't go crazy, because sometimes you can get excited, spend way too much money. So give yourself a budget, and then just have fun with it. Don't stress yourself out because it's an extremely frustrating situation to be in, when you're looking for games and you can't find what you want. So, just take your time, don't stress yourself out, and have fun, god damn it.
Some advice I have for both new and seasoned collectors is patience. You can of course always go out there and get what you're looking for by paying, retail or above retail price for it. But the thing for me, and I know a lot of other collectors, is the adventure. So, instead of paying $50 for that game, why not just hunt until you find it? And you will. There's games that I thought that I would never find. Old, rare PC games that, incomplete in box that I wanted, that I found at a little Christian thrift store or something like that. The Secret of Monkey Island and the sequel to it, LeChuck's Revenge, were just there one day at a store that doesn't ever have anything like that. And it's like the ceiling opened up and a little ray shines down upon the items that you're looking at. It's like they were just placed there just for you to find. That's way more gratifying than hopping on eBay or, anywhere else and just paying the full value of the item.
If you want to start collecting the more traditional consoles, you're going to have to pay for it. And even the obscure ones, there's very, very little undiscovered now at this stage. And there's been so much coverage that when people find stuff in their attic, their first reaction is to try and price it on eBay. Which is just the way it is. I've been very, very lucky in the sense that I tell everybody I collect. So even if it's just somebody visiting the house for an hour, or a friend of my wife, or we show them my game room here, and then I tell them I collect, and I tell them, like, if you've anything or if you know anyone, just let me know, But what's been happening is a lot of people I know, friends, colleagues from work, colleagues from judo, karate class, everywhere, people have been giving me some of their stuff or whatever they found. I've had Mega Drive and SNES, N64, PlayStation, PS1. I've had a lot of stuff given. In entire collections of, if you see that top box over there, which is exactly in front of my hand there, these are all boxed Game Boy Advance games of some of the best games on the platform. They're all given by a colleague at work who doesn't play them, and they were just lying there, collecting dust, so he was happy to give them to me. And then I have a few Mega Drives. They were all given. I have an N.E.S. over there just on top of the arcade machine. SNES, sorry, that was given as well. So I was given a lot of stuff. So I was very lucky. But I do tell everybody I meet that I collect, and you'd be surprised how many people still have stuff in their attic. But as far as advice, it's hard to give advice when I'm not an expert either. I just, if I see something cheap, I just get it, which is, by cheap I mean really cheap. Like, even if it's half price from eBay, if it's more than a tenner, and I think twice about it. So I'm very cheap. I'm a cheap bastard, and that's the way you should probably start collecting. Be a cheap bastard. It means you won't have a lot, but you still find a good bit. All this collection was acquired in the last, bar the MSX and Amiga stuff, was acquired in the last year and a half or 2 years. So it's quite substantial. And I have more on the other side. So I'm afraid I can't really give you any other advice other than be cheap. Be as cheap as you can.